This video is on how to factorize an expression. Now, first thing to take on board is what on earth does factorising mean? When we're being asked to factorise, this is putting the brackets in. Okay, putting the brackets in. Putting the brackets in. So, when we were expanding, we were taking the brackets out. This is the opposite process. This is putting the brackets in. Now this is difficult, so you're going to have to really concentrate. So first things first, you look at the two terms, both bits, and see what's the biggest number, what's the biggest factor of both 4 and 6. And the answer is 2. Because if you do the 2 times table, you get to 4 and you also get to 6. So that's what you take outside the bracket. Now you've now got to say to yourself, 2 times what would give me the 4x? So do it bit by bit. 2 times what would give you the 4? Well, 2 2s are 4. Now as things stand, you've just got 2 2s are 4, but you don't want 4, you want 4x, so you've got to put another x in there. And then just check it. Is 2 lots of 2x 4x? Yes it is. So you then move on to the second term. What sign do you need? You need a plus. Okay, and now you're considering the second clause. 2 times what would give us 6? Well, 2 3s are 6. And close your bracket. So, going from blue to red is factorising. Now, if you've been given this bit in red, and you've been asked to expand it, that's the easier bit. You just do the double clause, and that will take you back to where you started. So, have a think about number 2. What's the biggest factor of 3 and 9? Well, it's 3. 1 3 is 3, 3 3s are 9. Open your bracket. 3 lots of what gives you 3x, that's x. Get the sign right, it's a plus. And 3 times what gives you 9. Well, 3 3s are 9. That's it, that's your answer. Check. 3 times x is 3x, yep. 3 times plus 3 is plus 9, yep. Right, next one. What's the biggest number that goes into 10 and 15? Well, that's 5. So 5 times what gives us 10x, that's 2x. Get the sign right, well on this occasion it's a minus. 5 watts of 15, 5 times what gives us 15, that's 3. And check, is that times that 10x? Yes it is. Is that times that minus 15? Yes it is. Now with the next one it's different. You can't take a number out, there isn't a common factor between 2 and 1, so we're just looking at the other bit. The x, what's the highest number of x's that are in both of these terms? Well, that's x. Open your bracket. X times what would give you 2x squared, or 2 times x times x? Well, we need the 2, but as things stand, that's just 2 lots of x. We need another x, so when we make that 2x, because x times 2x is 2 times x, which is 2x squared. Get the sign right. Now, well, how do we get a single x? X times what gives us a single x? Well, just 1. You just want 1 lot of x. So just check. Does that give you 2x squared? Yes, it does. Does that give you minus x? Yes, it does. Number 5, similar to number 4. Okay, the highest common factor of these two terms here is a single x. X times what gives us x squared? Well, that's x. Get the sign right. Minus. X times what is 7x? Well, that's 7. Now the last one is particularly tricky, and the question here would actually say factorize fully the following, because we can take 2 bits outside the bracket. Looking at the number component, the highest common factor of 4 and 6 is 2, but we can also take out an x from the x and the x squared. The highest common factor of those two is x. So we've got 2 terms outside the bracket. 2 times x times what gives us 4x squared? Well, we need the 2 in order to get the 2 2s are 4, and we need an x to get x times x is x squared. Then get the sign right, it's a plus. We need to get a 6. 2 times what gives us 6? Well, that's 3. That's 3. And 2 times x times 3, that is 6x, so our work is done. Just close the bracket. And again, these factorisings are difficult, but they're easy to check. Just work backwards. Is 2x times 2x 4x squared? Yes, it is. Is 2x times plus 3 plus 6x? Yes, it is.